Hello, my stamping friends. I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes for everybody to join, and I also wanted to see everything on my screen. On other one, I decided to just go straight to the projects versus starting kind of doing some chats and stuff like that. So give me 1 minute for everybody to join, and also make sure that I will see your comments, see some of the cards that we're gonna make. We're gonna attempt to make 2 of them. Okay, I think sounds great. All right, I think we're in business. So today I wanted to share with you a fun fold card. I absolutely love doing anything that is unusual, just not your regular folds. So we're gonna do this fun fold from regular piece of paper, and it's actually not even fun fold, it's fun pull, I would say. So here is a card, and it's pull the insert that you could write on, or possibly even attach a gift card. So this is how it's look like, and exactly identical one. So you could see we even using the same cardstock. Basically what we're gonna do, I wanted to use the stamp set. So when catalog came live, or when we see the catalog first time, and we were scrolling through the catalog, this set was actually #1. So normally, you know, my flowers, it's something that I will definitely gonna use. But this time I'm like, I really like that whiskey business. So this is a stamp set. My husband actually likes whiskey. I have a couple friends that like old-fashioned cocktails, and I thought how fun it will be to actually use this stamp set. And actually I was using it another day first time. It was my first on my order, but I'm using it first time. And of course I decided to do another like more feminine card with the flowers, and you know that this set is absolutely my favorite. I already used it. I had a Facebook Live, stamping, coloring, so this is great bundle. If you don't have it and kind of planning on that, check with me, because actually you could get this bundle for free by the end of the month. If you join Stamping Up along with your regular kit for $99, you could pick any bundle for free. So I mean, it's an amazing deal. I think this bundle is $60, so $56 is one of the little bit more expensive bundles because so many pieces. Just recap of all the flowers that we did, and we're actually gonna attempt to do Magenta Madness again. I really like this color. So ready to start? What do you think, which card we will need to do? We wanted to do flowers or whiskey? I'll take a vote. Whatever you say we'll need to do, we'll do it. And I see some of my friends. I think Joanna, I see Patty, I see Cindy, I see Sherry. Hi, ladies. So take the vote. It doesn't really matter which one we're gonna do. So let's just start with the measurements. Cindy said flowers. All right, we're gonna do flowers. Let's do this one. I'll put this card aside. So what I like about this, we're gonna start with regular piece of cardstock, and it's basically half sheet cut this way. Now Cass is saying flowers. All right, we're gonna do flowers. So it's regular 8.5 by 5.5. So your regular card, normally you fold it in half. This one, we're gonna score slightly different because we basically wanted to close it, and it's gonna be closing on a back. And in order to close it and not use paper different way, card will be slightly smaller, so it's not going to be your 4.25 by 5.5, it will be just 4 inches. So we're going to score it at 2.5 and at 6.5, right? So 4 inches in between. So it just slightly smaller, and that's all the scoring. This is the all complication that we're going to use. We basically gonna fold it And I did have a bone folder somewhere with my name. So my friend gave it to me sometime. So we're gonna kind of score it. And at this point, you will put your sticky strip and seal it. If you want to stamp, and this is what I want to do, let's just stamp before, because then that fold is a little bit bulky. And it may not kind of hold it. So again, we'll do flowers, and this one is just my favorite. Let me double check my stamp is clean. I'm sometimes not a good girl, sometimes not cleaning my stamps, putting it. Guilty of that. But I normally double check when I use them. No, I actually did clean it. I was a good girl last time. So let's look and kind of stamp the image. I like that particular flower. It just adds so much. And we're just gonna randomly stamp. Look at that, it's already pretty. Let's just do one here. And I'm not really overly concerned on the back because you will not see it. If you want, you could probably stamp entire piece. So we're done with that. And now we're gonna create our pool. So go ahead and close it. Doesn't matter which way. I suggest you to use a sticky strip, much better hold. Just one. Now I'm moving my stuff around. So we closed it, right? So we have, I mean, it's already pretty. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take 1 inch punch. Let's see, as long as I will find it. I know I brought it because here, I forgot about it. So the idea is you wanted to do like a little bit more, maybe more than half of the circle in the center. Again, I'm not trying to measure anything, just eyeball. If you have different punch, if you have a little bit bigger punch, you can do it. Or what you can do, let's say if you have die cuts and you don't have any punches, after you score, you could probably put your half circle and do something like that. Then we wanted to punch a hole kind of in the middle of it. 1/4 inch, a hole punch, whatever you have. I use it. This probably I have longer than I've been with Stampin' Up. I don't know, 10 years or whatever. It's really old thing, but I kind of like to use it for punching. So kind of in the middle. Mine is not exactly in the middle. And this is your pool. So let's see what other pieces we need for that particular one. So the base, if you're asking about the base of the card front, it's 8.5 by 5.5, and this is Magenta Madness. So I'm using Magenta Madness. So for the insert, we're gonna have a piece. So you want it like slightly smaller. So you don't want it to do like 1/4 smaller. So I actually did, I think I did 1/4 smaller and 1/2 inch. So you have a nice pool, so nothing is on its way. So this piece is 5 inches by 3 3/4. And then white piece, something that you're gonna write on, we're gonna do 1/2 inch smaller from original one. So it's 4.5 by 3 1/4, right? So we're not quite gonna put this one yet because we need to put a ribbon. So this is, I guess this is the most trickiest piece. And you will need to have around 20 inches of ribbon. Again, for this card, I'm using old olive, but it's probably older ribbon. I went through recently through all my retired stuff and I have so much ribbon. So this card is also a nice way to use your ribbon and showcase. So around 20 inches, so you could tie a bow. And again, we're not doing any measurements. We fold it in half. We put this piece And so it's not kind of moving on you when you're gonna glue your white piece. So I do suggest to just don't do it too close to the edges. You could probably do one in the middle. I'm just doing a little bit higher. Just kind of secure. And as you could see, you know, I'm not even aiming to be, you know, straight. I guess if you're really concerned about being straight, you could measure. And we're gonna use 2 pieces of DSP. It's from this Garden Suite, so it's not that much of Magenta Madness. As you already told the story, so my family think it's too bright. So they're not gonna live up with saying that. So I actually cut, this is just 1-inch strip to give little decoration. And I will adhere that. Just little something when you pull. You could stamp your greeting, you could probably stamp flower. You just could do, you know, so much with that. And then I will adhere this piece to the pull-out piece. Remove a sticky strip. Actually, this card or this design, we did, I want to say maybe a year or 2 years ago. It was during celebration, and they have really cool cupcake free stamp sets. So I did it for my wine class, actually, and normally I do not too complicated there. And I found it when I was cleaning. I'm like, I like to recreate stuff that I did before and see how it's looking in different stamp sets. So here you have it, right? So what you're gonna do right now, you're gonna take that pull thing and you take that back one and you just feed it through the hole, right? Like this. And then you insert this thing down and then you make a bow. And this is how you create that pull thing. And I like it because it has some extra little something with pull and kind of interaction, but it's also you have, if you need to do some writing, of course my bow is not gonna work on camera and I'll probably will do it later, so you're not kind of watching me. But this is basically your card, right? So now let's quickly decorate. So I chose, I think 1.5 piece that's gonna go in the middle. Again, just little something to add. Think about it as a regular card, how you wanted to decorate. So it could be simple, could be elaborate. And then I wanted to add just kind of that little piece. It measures 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, and that piece is slightly smaller. And for the sake of the video, I did already color my peony flower. It's stamped in gray granite and colored with old olive and magenta madness, of course. Let's just stamp a greeting and we're gonna have a card. I think it's pretty straightforward. It said love and thanks to dear friend. And I decided not to use magenta madness. I decided to use actually pear pizzazz. So this one is a pear pizzazz, old olive, a little bit darker for my tasting. And let me do it on the bottom this time. So, and the greeting is from the same stamp set. So the stamp set has a nice greetings as well. My thought I was you, so sorry for your loss. So again, depends which color you stamp. I think that stamp has so much potential. I will be posting dimensions after the Facebook Live and this post, and then later on it's going to be on my blog. I will have kind of close-up looks and stuff like that. And here this with dimensionals. And you are done. And what I like about, you know, those fun folds or cards that I create, I like that you could really do anything on top, right? Doesn't matter what you decorate. You have different cardstock, you have different stamp set. You could kind of reuse it, the same layout. And I like those type of layouts when you not necessarily need to have the specific stamp set or specific designer paper. When you could kind of recreate, and it's gonna look completely different. So what do you ladies think? If I could pull the comments, then I will know. All right, so we'll add the flower, and again, from there, you could probably add wing of Stella, you could add different like enamel dots. And voila, here you have it. You could stamp leaf here, you could color. Don't you like how I put my designer paper? I think I did it upside down, but it doesn't matter. All right, so here we go, we made it. Just give you a couple tips. This was the same. I wanted to do another one and I will do it later and post on my blog. Kind of the same concept, but like use the peony flowers that I pre-made. If you remember one of my Facebook lives, I did like, I don't know, 15 or 20 different colors. So also kind of put this one as a focal point, but pretty much use the same layout, the same design, maybe different designer paper. So here it is. Let me give you a couple tips about the whiskey one, how I made them. And for whiskey one, I did use, I think it's Mango Melody. I really like that color. I think it's kind of closer to the whiskey color. This is cinnamon cider, a little bit darker. And I actually was looking around, you know, which, see if you could kind of have it closer. How to color them. So I was the most successful is actually with a light cinnamon cider and with dark Mango Melody. And then I used a little bit of kind of maybe go lighter on the rocks, and I use color lifter to pull stuff out. But also what you can do, and this is what I did, I like this stuff a lot. It's called Shimmery Crystal Effects. I think it's current in this catalog. I know it was in a mini catalog and I didn't use that much. It's a little bit thicker, but it dries pretty fast. So everything that is kind of a drink, I apply it. I'm actually working on some card for block hop and I use like little cocktail. So I also did apply, I love it so much with that kind of little shimmery and gives you a little 3D effect. So hope you like it. Please create one and post it. I want to see ideas. I want to see what stamp sets you're gonna use. If you have friends that you think will enjoy that particular card or fold, please share the video. Please share a video with your friends or in a group. If you have any questions, let me know. But I hope to see you next time. Next Friday, so remember Friday at 11, it's Fun Friday, and I will be sharing some ideas for you, something that is fun, simple, and easy to create, something that we wanted to jump and be excited about. All right, thank you everybody. It was a pleasure stamping with you. Until next time, bye.